Welcome to People in Perspective, where we have the opportunity to meet another interesting person from our communities. Hello, I'm Ann Hook, and with us today we have the Honorable Mr. Frank Danno, trustee for the Village of North Riverside. He has recently been re-elected to a second four-year term in office. Mr. Danno, how long ago did you get started in politics?
Well, Ann, it's been, I would say, approximately 10 years ago.
What interests you about politics that made you get involved with it?
I've always been very community-orientated and quite an activist, and felt that I have an opportunity to be totally involved in legislative matters, and so therefore I decided to become involved in politics.
Okay. Is there a certain goal you set when you first became an elected official that you were determined to achieve?
One of my primary goals was to bring back government to the people and to be a true representative of their wishes and their needs, and not necessarily their wants, but I feel that I have achieved that.
What are some responsibilities an official must take?
One of the biggest responsibility an official undertakes once being elected is a responsibility to his electorate on his own campaign promises. But more than that is being able to envision goals and objectives for a municipality, and to be able to pass legislation for the best interest of a municipality.
Would you ever consider running for a higher position?
I believe everybody who has ran for office or currently in office always aspires to run for higher office. But at this particular time, I'm more or less concentrating on my new four-year term.
Okay. How do you feel about politics in the United States?
That is a very broad question. The best way I can answer that, I believe the politics in the United States, just like any political system, has the pitfalls, but all in all, it does need the opportunity for new people to become involved in order to make the system work. But I feel the system does work. It has survived over 200 years.
Would you change any way politics are run in the United States?
If I was in a position to, I would say, and the first thing I would do is bring it back to basics. Sometimes politics have a way of losing sight of the reality of the people and doesn't get back to where it first started, and that's within the small communities.
What are some advantages and disadvantages of being an elected official?
One of the greatest advantages I find is that you're very close to the problems of a community, and it becomes very exciting to deal with new legislation. But also there are disadvantages as far as your time is concerned, and mostly time that takes you away from your loved ones and family.
Okay. How long do you plan on staying in politics?
Well, I'm hopeful that I'll stay in for the next 4 years. From then on, I really don't know at this time.
Would you encourage people to get involved with the government?
Absolutely. I believe people often misconstrued government to be Big Brother, but really government is the people. And so therefore I feel that people become involved in it, especially young people of today, we're apt to have a more progressive type of government.
Is there any advice you could give
to young people today? Well, the biggest advice I can give to people is only what I've experienced myself in the community type of setting, is that when you become more involved in your community type of affairs, it gives you a better understanding of the scope of problems. You know, it's very easy for people to sit back and say, do this or do that, or we should do this. I always consider that to be the cross-defense political type talk over the backyard fence, but however, people should become more involved and become more in tune.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Danno. We appreciate you taking time out to be in this forum, and would like to wish you success in your next 4 years in the Village of North Riverside.
Thank you, Ann. It's nice being here.
Thank you for joining us for this segment of People in Perspective.